we didn't have. Oh, you do. We're going to interview Jim Stevens, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you.
Thank
you very much.
We're going to start out with the first question, and it is a question that we're going to ask everybody. I've already asked everybody. No, I don't know if I've asked you. Okay, who is your favorite brother and sister, or sister? You can either have one of each, and you can just give me the truth, or overall, or you don't have any.
Well, truthfully, I can't stand excuse me. Can't stand anyone in my family. No, just kidding. Well, over the years, they've changed from here to there, depending on who I was in trouble with at the time. But I'd have to say today that, my favorite sister, it's probably a toss-up between Ellen, Linda, or Debbie. Probably, me and Ellen get along good. Didn't get me and Debbie do too. So I don't know. I'll say Ellen. I like Ellen.
And I'm your favorite brother.
Oh, were we supposed to be truthful in these questions?
Shut up.
No.
And I'm your favorite brother.
Brothers.
Me. Okay. Next question.
Kelly's okay. I can't say me, but Kelly's okay. But my favorite brother is
Mark. Don. Rick.
Probably Rick.
Garrett.
Rick or Mark. I don't know. One of the two.
Okay. Now, who's Mom's favorite child?
Kelly. Kelly or Rick, without a doubt. Kelly or Rick, without a doubt. She's always favored the two of them, taking their side and everything. They can do no wrong. Have you looked at their lifestyles? Is what I want to know. Oh, it'd have to be Kelly or Rick.
Okay. Next question. Begin. Click, click, click. Cut, enter.
Ooh, film that. Turn around and film that.
Okay. The next one's a tough one. What's one of the, I said most embarrassing family story or item, something that someone did or you did that you think is, you at the time you thought was embarrassing. Now it might not be, but it was then.
Oh, that's a tough question. I'm trying to think. Can we come back to that question?
Yeah.
I'd have to think about that.
Yeah. Okay. The next one is, tell me what you do for a living or your job, or what you want to do, or do you like it?
Well, I'm a master of all trades, master of none. Master of the baiters, too. I can do a little bit of everything and a little bit of nothing. And I would like, very seriously, thinking about going into some type of engineering work, possibly electrical engineering. I don't know if I can get school lined up.
Okay, next question. Describe your family as though you were trying to explain it on 60 Minutes to Ted Koppel. Tell me about your family.
Well, Ted, I'm the third youngest of 9 or 10 or 11, depending how you want to look at it that day. We're all a little bit different, but very, very, very unique in our own special, God-loving ways.
Cut.
You want to know about each member, or just the generalized view? Well, there's no way to describe my family unless you do and you put us all in the same house at the same time in order to get the full essence of just how we are and what we're like. I mean, we can fight and want to beat each other up on one hand, and on the other hand, if an outsider were to try and come in and in any way harm the family, they're gonna get it. But excuse me, I might take the shades off. Like I say, there's just no way to describe them. It's something that the average person wouldn't want to be around us for any length of time. That's all I can really say about us is we're tight on one hand and real close knit, and yet on the other hand, we argue and fight, and it's all in a family type of way. But we argue and fight, and if you want to go fishing, I want to go hunting. If I want to go hunting, you want to go fishing. If you can understand what I'm saying. If you want to play basketball, I want to play football. We can't seem to agree on a whole lot. And by the time we do finally agree on something,
it's time to go home.
It's time to go home, and the day's over. Yeah.
Okay. Tell me a story from your childhood. I was hoping for one from Enterprise or Summit Lake. I wanted to kind of get a lake, something you remember about the lakes.
I'll give you one I remember. I remember as a kid, we took, and it was really one of the fondest memories I have as at the age of 4 or 5, I guess. The family took a trip to Summit Lake. I don't remember just who was there. I remember most of us were there. And I remember we didn't have room in the car, whether it was that or Mom just wanted to let us young kids take a train ride, but I believe it was my brother Kelly and myself and my favorite older sister Linda. And we took a train ride up to Summit Lake. And then when we were at the lake, I remember these neighbors, the Steinfests from Antigua, I believe their name was Steinfest, they had a little nigger boy, and then they had, of course it was a white family, but they had a little nigger boy. And we used to play with him, and he taught me, I didn't know how to swim, but he said, if you get in too deep of water and you can't swim, to let people know you're drowning, you take your 2 fingers like this and you hold them straight up. When you hit the bottom, you push off so that when you come out of the ground, you're able to stick your fingers up and people will see that. And I did that because I was in too deep of water, believe it or not. And he came out and pulled me in. I'll never forget that. I very possibly could have drowned had he not done that. And also, I remember up there, my brother Kelly we used to make sandcastles, and taking his bucket of sand and pouring it over my head, and me chasing him around and just beating him until he was ragged, the little punk. That's about all, that's about the end of that story.
Next question. This question is to name, each of your brothers and sisters and how old each of them are. You don't have to get them all, but however many you can get.
Okay, Linda, 58. No, just kidding. Linda, just guessing. I'm guessing on some of these. 42. Ricky, Rick, how old are you? 41. 40 or 41. Donnie, 38, 39. Mark, 36. David's 33. Debbie is at least she's the big 3-0. She's on her downhill slide. Won't be long left for her. Then of course there's my favorite brother, Jimmy. He's 28. Good looking son of a bitch. Then there's son of a gun, excuse me. Then there's Kelly. Kelly is 27. And then there's Ellen. Wonderful little Ellen. She's 24, I believe. No, 25. Ellen's 25. Now 3 years younger than me. I have to remember that. And that's it. That's all. Oh, and Gary. I can't forget Gary. I consider his family. Gary's also the same age as me, 28 years old. And then if I want to, I can count Sharon in there, because it depends on the kind of mood I'm in. If I'm getting along with Sharon, she's my sister. If I'm not getting along with her, she's my sister-in-law. And Sharon is probably 35, I'd say. 36 maybe.
Okay. I had to ask who's the funniest in the family, or can be the funniest. Who's the funniest?
Without a doubt, in my opinion, myself. And that's it. You can call it what you want, but hey, God gave it to me, and I'm willing to use it.
That's excellent. Oh God, here goes another one. Who in the family sings the best?
Well, not trying to brag on myself or anything like that, but I think Debbie and I sing pretty good as a duo. We sing a lot, and I think Debbie and I sing pretty good. Most of my family members sing good. Most. I'm not going to say the ones that can't sing good, but probably Debbie and myself. We like to sing duets together, and I think we do a really tremendous job. And maybe as part of this documentary.
Who sings bad?
Who sings bad? Kelly. And Kelly and probably Mark. Mark's pretty wishy-washy about singing too.
Okay.
David sings good too, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
If you were preparing a fancy gourmet meal and you could choose a recipe, what type of recipe would you serve Bingo in?
Bingo? The play bingo or the bird bingo?
The bird.
What would I serve him?
What would he be if you served him?
Oh, as if he was the meal?
Yes.
Well, that's a trick question. Chicken a la king, I don't know. I really don't. That's a tough question.
Okay, that's a good.
Very a la king.
I just want you to say the name of your next oldest brother or sister.
Debbie.
Okay. Give me an introduction for Debbie.
What do you mean as an introduction?
You're introducing her on stage, or you're introducing her somewhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on Saturday Night Live, it's Ms. Deborah Eleonora Stegosaurus Ahora Peacock. Here she is. Let's have a big hand.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's just the way you want it.
yeah. So that hopefully I can get rid of some of the things I'm saying. Okay. Now I ask you this question: name your favorite food that Mom makes, or your favorite Mom's food.
Well, can I name a meal? Fried potatoes. You know, it's hard to say, but she makes so many good things. But fried potatoes, corn on the cob, either steak or pork chops, maybe a little Snoopy salad on the side, some sweet potatoes, and then to top it off, if she'd either make an apple pie or a banana cream pie, that would be a good meal for me.
Okay. Tell me how many times did you move, or name the cities or houses that you lived in as a child.
That I can remember. To the age of 18, I would have to say 15 houses.
That you've lived in.
Yes.
And
Or
what-
16. So, you know, till I got out on my own.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a few questions I'd like to ask Kelly.